What's up, guys? Welcome back. This is Bamboo. You're watching Bamboo Gaming. I am just gonna do a video. It's a kind of a rant, but it's just talking about buffs and nerfs and how marvelsnap has been handling buffs and nerfs since June of last year. I think that's kind of like where my article starts, and all the way from today. And seeing how they manage to take down meta decks each month and what they do to better cards and the worst cards of that meta, and how they balance it month per month, and how much it's changed throughout basically the existence of marvelsnap. I think this video is going to be really important because it's going to probably help you predict what's going to happen the next month. And it's pretty consistent, and I think consistency, it's hard to argue. Because let's just say right now we have, this is a June 29 patch update. And it seems like in this month, we had Devil Dino be very prominent in how it ran the meta. It was Moon Girl, Nova, Devil Dino. And it seems like they nerfed Devil Dino, Moon Girl, and Nova. And they also buffed cards, right? There's a lot of cards here that they buffed. And the following month, we have July 19. And it seems like in this meta... So yeah, this one, they only did a slight change to America Chavez and Jubilee, making America Chavez now become the 6/9 that she is. And Jubilee being a random RNG type of card that pulls a card from the deck rather than the top card. So there's not a lot of changes here, but they also made a lot of balance changes to a lot of cards. And we see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. We have 13 and maybe 14 cards that they've changed. And then we see on the next month, August 9, that there are a lot of powerful discard cards. So discard cards were probably the main meta of that month, and they changed cards like Hellcow Swordmaster, Colleen Wing. I think a Nakia was pretty much a meta because it gave all cards a +2, which I feel like it should have been still today. But they also changed other cards like Collector, Kingpin, Lizard, and they also added other cards. But there's, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. From July to August 9, there was maybe close to a 30-40% decrease of balanced cards that they nerfed. And then on September, they changed Mr. Negative. But let's also see what else they changed. They changed all these cards. September was probably the best month for a lot of cards to get reworked. And that's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 22 cards. You had so much effort that you put in from August to September. 22 cards. So we got 8 cards to 22 cards. In October, it seems like Bishop and Magic was so crazy. Mr. Negative seems like they got another nerf here. Nakia got another nerf. Ronin got a buff for getting more +3. Goose, it seems like they got changed a little bit too. But only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards got changed. And it was just because a lot of people were using Magic on turn 6. And Bishop just became very widely used, so they just wanted other cards to be used too. And then we also have now November. November was, I think, big on... Oh yeah, Angela changing. I don't know why they did that. They started nerfing good cards. Angela, Destroyer, Mysterio got a nerf. Sarah got a nerf. And then Onslaught got a nerf. And nothing was buffed. November was probably the first month where nothing really truly was buffed, other than the other cards that couldn't probably beat those decks. But I mean, they still could have put in other cards to get a buff. So yeah, from September to October and November, it's starting to show that they're just nerfing cards. And then next January, we all knew that was the big leader nerf, and then Nova nerf, and then only the Guardians of the Galaxy got a buff. Hazmat got a nerf, Black Cat got a buff, Nakia got a buff. It's not even a buff, it's only a power buff, but I think they should just left Nakia's effect pretty good. I think that's a pretty solid effect, especially for people that are just playing for free, you know? So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards again. Some buffs, some nerfs, a slight big difference on buffing cards. But that's it, guys. Like, it shows that in our prediction of next month, they're only gonna be patching maybe less than 10 cards. The buffs to weaker cards aren't gonna be that drastic. It ain't gonna be like a Wolverine buff that happened last season. And if that's the state of how the game is going to handle card balances, this game is going to become less enjoying to play because we're starting to realize what type of company that they're going to ultimately, it's always going to be about money, guys. I'm not going to be like, it's just but they have to realize like the enjoyment really did come when all these cards changed. You know, like to me, that's where I thought I had the most fun. It's if the meta is only becoming a 2-deck meta, it's not fun. Even if you hit 100, I hit infinite, and now I'm just losing cubes to like just because I'm playing decks I like. It's not gonna be fun. And I think what they have to do is buff cards that free players have to allow them to keep staying, because once player hits a wall and they're seeing how much effort another player has to put in to get all the cards or pay to win, they're gonna see that distance and they're gonna be like, well, there's no point. I'll just put all my time and effort into another game that allows me to get some type of feeling of satisfaction and joy and excitement in a game again. Because if this is how the game's gonna go, a lot of people are gonna lose a lot of those feelings for the game, and the environment and the community is gonna change. And I don't know how to, but I've definitely played a lot of games, and I definitely know that buffing is so much better than nerfing. Make worse cards crazier and see how the game goes, and then work down from there. Like, if you keep making cards have a middle ground, this is what you're getting. This type of meta where you're only having 2 decks that supersede every other balanced deck. But if you just keep making cards more crazy, the game's supposed to feel that way. It's supposed to feel like more luck than skill, because it's so RNG heavy, this game, or that's what it's trying to show. It's like, if you have too much consistency, what's going to happen? They're basically saying that if you try to get a consistent deck, it's going to get nerfed. You have to play decks that are so inconsistent and so RNG heavy, and then you want to play that way. It's just like, there isn't any consistency in a lot of decks now, other than like, and what do they do with the consistent decks? They just ruin it. So this is my take on, I know this is a long rant, but yeah, this is my take on buffs and nerfs. I think that buffing and nerfing is a very hard balancing act, but if you're seeing how people react to nerfs, see how people react to buffs. They want more. And I know that they can't satisfy the player base, but it always has the player always coming back to the game and wanting to see what they can do and what be creative. And that's the whole point of what this game should have been. It's just like, you have this wider range of collections, allow yourself to express yourself differently in different decks, and it seems like that magic is about to dwindle down if they don't do anything soon to how they change on balancing cards. But yeah, guys, I hope this video helped. I hope you got something out of it. Again, I'm trying to reach 100 subscribers, so I really appreciate if you can like and subscribe, and I'll do my best to make more informative videos, just videos that you can find some enjoyment and it doesn't waste your time. So guys, till next time, thanks for watching. Peace.